Welcome back to the Beauty Lab podcast. I'm your host, Velia, and this is my beautiful co-host, Monina. And today we have a super fun episode for you where we are going to review several products that we've been using for quite some time and either love or hate or just have very neutral blah feelings about. So before I even get started, I just want everyone to know that we are not sponsored by any of these companies. These are products that we have purchased on our own, and this is a very honest review. Our opinions.
Just our opinions.
For whatever they're worth, they're our opinions. Okay, so the first product that we are going to review is a scrub from Farmhouse Fresh. And Farmhouse Fresh is a company from Texas. And this particular scrub is called Finally Awake. All of their products are very natural. Like I think somewhere it says 97% natural. So I'm just gonna read what it says on the back. It says, silken your skin with this refreshing botanical exfoliating cleanser with 5 unique plant foliants that gently smooth and refine: bamboo silica, pumice, apricot powder, bentonite clay, and polylactic acid from corn. The blend of medium-sized greens leaves silky smoothness behind. Use daily, apply in a circular motion, rinse with warm water. Feel how soft you are. I give this product a 10 out of 10. I love this product. I know it mentioned a few ingredients.
I wanted to step in. So this is considered a mechanical exfoliant. So what the purpose of an exfoliant, remember we've talked about it in other episodes, is to help to remove buildup of dead skin, especially if you have clogged pores, oily skin. You want some type of an exfoliant on a regular basis. This is medium-sized grains. So the mechanical exfoliants are always going to have some kind of an ingredient that's going to act as the exfoliating agent. And in this one, she just read off several different things.
Bamboo silica, pumice, apricot powder, bentonite clay, and polylactic acid.
Yes, so those are all of the ingredients that are helping to exfoliate the dead layer and build up on the skin. The bentonite clay is actually a nice additive because anytime you use some type of a bentonite clay, it's going to help detox and pull things up to the surface. So I really like that as another ingredient in there.
Yeah, me too. I love bentonite clay. And you can even get those like Amazonian clay, like jars of powder, and then you mix them with, you can mix them with water, but you can also mix them with vinegar. White vinegar, I think is.
Oh, I've never tried it with white vinegar.
I think it is white vinegar. Okay. And do like a natural mask at home to detox. Right. Anyway, that's bentonite clay. And I actually have bentonite clay in my Body Positive shampoo.
Yes, your shampoo.
Yeah,
that's right.
And in my scalp scrub. Anyway, but this product, I was saying I love it so much. I bought it several times now. And there is menthol in it too. So like you get that really nice, like fresh, feels like your pores are just like clean and open.
Yeah, and when you open it and you smell even just the lid, it's like, remember that old commercial? They say, Calgon, take me away.
Calgon, take me away!
Indulge yourself in Calgon luxury. Let Calgon soften and pamper you.
Yeah, it is really
It's refreshing.
Yeah.
Really refreshing.
Love it.
Okay.
I have also used several other products from this company. Love this company. Love what they stand for. Love their products.
Yeah.
Everything I've used so far, I've loved.
Yep. And they do come, because it says medium grain, that's because they do have like one that's super fine that I've given you. That's great for people with really sensitive skin or reactive skin. So this would be great for people who have more oilier skin because it's got the bentonite clay. The bigger exfoliating scrub part of it is also good for like the backs of your elbow, your knees. So places that maybe the skin's a little bit tougher and drier, you can also put that, just because it says it's for the face, you can still use it on other parts of your body as well. So yeah, check them out. Farmhouse Fresh. And I've even used this, actually, I was introduced to it because I went to a skincare show and they were there. And what I loved about it is, a lot of their ingredients are like just so natural. There's not a lot of chemicals in there. They don't really need to. And it's effective.
Mm-hmm.
Like one time you try it, you definitely see the difference.
And we will link Farmhouse Fresh Finally Awake scrub in the show notes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Farmhouse Fresh. We love your
Yes.
stuff.
Love it, love it.
Okay, you pick.
All right, Finny Rute, and the creator, I was lucky enough to meet her, and she gifted us some of her oils. So she does have a morning and an evening. So, and they're quite generous. The bottles, you get quite a bit of product, which I love. So there's a nighttime and a daytime oil. What I loved about this is, even though I have oily skin, and if you have oily skin, don't be afraid to experiment and try facial oils or serums that have oil ingredients in them, because it's actually really good for you even if you have oily skin. Mainly because the combination of the types of oils she's chosen are very beneficial for your skin, even if you have oily skin, even if you have acne-prone skin like myself, because all the oils and the combination, she explained to us, she actually went through quite a process to find the right combination, the right amounts of each oil so that they work in conjunction with each other to actually help repair the barrier of the skin. So if you have rosacea or you have really dry, itchy skin, a lot of the oils that are in this product actually help to restore that natural barrier and help you then retain and hold on to moisture. It's just, and very soothing and calming.
Yes.
I mean, I was really shocked. A little goes a long way. You don't need a lot, but I just love the way my skin felt. It felt really hydrated. It felt really soft. It didn't feel oily or greasy at all, because facial oils, you have to understand, facial oils are considered, there's a word called hydrophobic, meaning that oils or fats or lipids don't mix easily with water. So this is actually going to penetrate into the skin and create almost like a barrier to help you retain a lot of your own body's humectants and emollients in the skin. So consider it more like a barrier and not like a greasy, slick feel on the skin. It gets absorbed into the skin. Like, it disappears.
It does.
So, but you still have, it maintains that like a hydrated glow.
Yeah.
In the skin. So
I have to say that there have been a couple of days where I have come to the salon and either I'm just coming in for one client and I was just doing stuff at home, so I didn't get all ready to come to the salon, and I didn't even put makeup on. There are days like when I'm not at work, I'm not wearing makeup, really.
Right.
And the only thing I had on my face was, aside from my toner, was the Finny Rute Daytime, this guy here. And one of my clients was like, how is your skin so beautifully glowy? And I was like, I'm not even wearing any makeup. And she was like, what are you using? And so Monina did mention that she was gifted. We weren't gifted. She was gifted because she met the creator. I did not.
Yes, Susan, thank you. Shout out to Susan, the creator. This is an amazing, amazing product.
But I used Monina's like the next day, and I loved it so much. I bought 10 of them or something, because now I'm carrying them in my salon.
Yes,
because
we offer them in our salons now because we've seen the benefits in our own skin.
Exactly. Yeah. And I wound up selling a couple times now, the day and the nighttime ones, to my clients because they saw my skin with no makeup on, and they were like, how is your skin looking so glowy and radiant?
Right.
And I'm like, well, literally right here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, let me read off a couple of the different oils, because we've heard all kinds of oils in the past. Okay, you're going to have to read them.
It's very light. We're this old. Okay, so.
I know jojoba is in there.
Yes. Cherry seed oil, blackberry seed oil, cranberry seed oil, apricot seed oil, grape seed oil, meadow foam seed oil, soybean, ceramides, rosehip, and then blue tansy. Blue tansy is they're all very fancy, very high quality oils.
High quality oils, and again, the combination, she said it took a while for her to figure out just the right combo, but what I've noticed is, aside from feeling really nice and soft, I like to use this, like, I know a lot of people now buy the gua sha little tools. You never want to do a gua sha massage on your face on dry skin. You always want to add something. And this would be a perfect thing to use because you're not only healing, protecting, and hydrating, it gives you that nice, smooth slip that you need.
I know we keep going on about Finny Rute, but like, I love it. So there, we have friends who suffer from adult acne, cystic acne, and you wouldn't think that if you had acneic skin that you would want to put an oil on it.
It's like the last thing you want when you're oily, to add oil.
And because of the healing components to the ingredients in both of these oils, they use them, they love them, they swear by them, and they cannot believe their results. So can't say enough about Finny Rute.
Yeah, and the only difference is the combination of the oils between the night and the day. So that's the only reason they're in two different jars. Can you use the night during the day and the day during the night? Absolutely, I've done both. And I've used it on acneic skin. I use it on people with rosacea. I use it on my husband who has very, very dry, dehydrated skin. It's awesome. It's really great. Now, just to note, when you do use oils, you also want to make sure that you're using your moisturizers, you're cleansing your face, you're toning your face, because you have to do all those steps in order to protect your barrier and to make sure that the skin is prepped and ready to absorb your oils. Right.
So tell everybody like what step this would be in order of steps.
Yeah, so I would suggest you want to cleanse, tone, and then after you tone, then you could do your serums. So after further investigation between emollients and oils and hydrators, I've come to the realization that you first want to do your hydrating, your hyaluronics, your ingredients, your serums that have water-loving, hydrophilic ingredients first, because that's going to absorb into the skin, attract water to the skin, and then you're going to do your oils. The oil, these are considered lipids or fats or emollients, and what emollients do is, yes, they go into the skin, but they create this beautiful barrier to now allow those water-loving ingredients from your first serum to then stay in the skin and not evaporate. So the oil creates that nice barrier while it's in there, protecting the skin, healing the skin, doing all the things that it needs to. So that would be your next step, is this, and then your moisturizer. So that would be kind of the way you would add any kind of facial oil. First, your water-loving ingredients like hyaluronic acids, and then your facial oils, and then your moisturizer. So.
And then SPF.
During the day, SPF. If you're putting this on, then you're doing SPF. If you're doing your nighttime, don't need your SPF. So.
Okay. Thank you, Finny Rute. We love you.
Thank you, Susan. You're the best. We will definitely put a link to purchase as well.
The next.
Kind of our love fest ends there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
It's all downhill from here. So, a viral serum that we had to try.
Showed up on all our feeds.
Showed up on all our feeds.
Had to do it. I got sucked in.
This puppy here. Ola Vita. Sorry. The ingredients list is, and I have to be honest, Monina found it first and was like, I'm buying this, we're trying it. And I said, sure. And I made the mistake of, well, not really a mistake, but I just didn't look at the ingredients too much. I kind of looked at the list and gone, there's only a few ingredients. I'm embarrassed to say that for the first time after we've both used it and have our opinions about it, I'm reading the ingredients list, and the last one was like, what? Collagen, hyaluronic acid, ceramide, vitamin C. All sounds great.
All good.
Especially considering the first two are collagen and hyaluronic. Mm-hmm. The last one is botulism toxin.
It actually says that.
Yeah, it does. So
on the bottle.
For those of you who don't know, Botox is just that, except Botox works because it's an injection into your muscle.
In the muscle.
And the muscle is what creates the wrinkle. And then
Paralyzes it.
And then the botulinum toxin paralyzes the muscle so it all looks smooth, so it doesn't wrinkle when you make facial expressions. So I don't understand, maybe Monina can share some expert knowledge on this, how having that ingredient in a topical skincare product could even mean anything.
I mean, honestly, I don't know how. And even reading the collagen part.
Right. Yeah, I know.
I'm embarrassed to say that I always tell everyone if you're going to use collagen, especially topical collagen, you want it to have the word hydrolyzed. And it doesn't say that. So what that means is if it's not hydrolyzed, when you look at collagen, the collagen molecule, and I have to think maybe even the toxin we're talking about, they're large molecules. So in order for a large molecule to penetrate into the skin and get through the skin barrier, it has to be what we call hydrolyzed, which means it's broken down enough so it can actually penetrate through the skin. So I don't know if somehow the toxin in there is able to penetrate through the skin as well, but I know the collagen isn't because it's not hydrolyzed. So yeah, I got sucked in and I bought one for me, for Velia. I bought one for my sister, and we have all tried it. And I gotta be honest, I've used most of it. I didn't finish it just because I didn't see any changes. Like the vitamin C is in there to help brighten the skin, help with brown spots. I didn't see any difference in that. Of course, the collagen, I didn't see any change in the texture, the elasticity of the skin. Hyaluronic acid, I mean, it felt nice on there, but I don't know how much hydration it was actually giving me because I was using Finny Rute and all my other things that I use on my skin. So the amount of promise and hype that this long video that I watched talks about the benefits of what this does, I don't know. For the money, I didn't feel like I got much of a change in the skin.
So it on the box it says fade fine lines and reveal your youthful radiance. It's marketed as an anti-aging serum. And then it says lifting and firming effects, moisturizing, smooths, brightens complexion, minimizes sagging, maintains skin vitality. So I can put a big X by all of those things. I haven't noticed a single difference. It didn't feel bad.
No.
It didn't do anything bad.
No, not at all. Like I said, it actually felt nice and moisturizing, but I don't know if it was really doing much.
Yeah.
You know, especially based on what was actually the ingredient list itself. So, yeah.
It didn't live up to the hype. Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. It just,
So weird.
I guess I was expecting more and didn't really see the benefits that it's claiming to have. So, So
that's that.
if you've tried any of these and you have a personal opinion,
Yes.
we'd love to hear from you. I mean, if you've used this, now, granted, I only used this for about 2 months. If you've used it longer and maybe it took a while, I don't know, like, please reach out and let us know.
Also, let us know if you want us to review another kind of product that you've been curious about. Please like, subscribe, share, all of the things. And if you're listening, please press pause and give us a rating or a review. It really helps us a lot. Okay, finally, our very last one is super fun, super weird.
Yeah. I thought it was a joke. To be
Yeah.
honest, when she sent this link to me, I'm like,
Okay.
what is she sending me?
These are tactical hair clips. I know, what is a tactical hair clip? I will explain in a moment. So my husband and I were watching a YouTube video on concealable weapons that you can buy on Amazon. Part of it was sort of a joke because, I don't know, because it was just something funny that we were watching. But the other part of it is, you know, I have some childhood trauma, so I like to keep some, you know, safety precautions on me at all times.
Gadgets,
Yeah.
yes.
So I never ever thought that a tactical hair clip
Really a
was
hair
a
clip.
thing that existed. that it's an actual hair clip, and I'm going to go over all of its features. We can both put a hair clip.
It's an actual hair clip, like your regular hair clips.
Yep.
Like I used to put in my daughter's hair.
Yes. These are not meant for children.
No. Keep
Okay.
out of reach of children.
So, first of all, the color is espionage black. I loved that.
See, it's in my black hair.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That is sexy. Okay. So also it has a shark tooth serrated edge. Okay. So
Right here.
probably hard to see, but the bottom is serrated. So that's a little bit alarming when it's actually in your hair. Saying.
Careful.
It's-
Warning.
Yeah, it says safe on hair, but I would not believe that because I actually read some reviews and it was like, it ripped my hair. And it's like, well, that's serrated.
Depends how you took it off.
Yeah, don't rip it out. Okay, Raptor-Claw is a box opener. Okay, do you see this?
yeah.
Do you see this part? So we're going to test all of these things out.
So you need to open a box.
It absolutely
It
works to open a box. And it did not break it. It did not mess up the tip. I also brought this little bag. Oop, got to do it down.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's a
it works.
Nice, straight cut.
Yeah, it's not like, ripping. It's cutting.
Yeah. So it could be considered a weapon.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could hurt someone with
Could
that.
definitely hurt somebody with this. Yeah.
Okay, so the serrated edge, I'm not really sure what it's expected to do, but let's try and cut the box.
See if it.
Yeah, let's see if it. I'm gonna hold that for
I'll
me.
hold it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah?
It cut the box.
Man, oh my gosh, yeah. There are times when you got to cut through something. I believe it even says it can cut through wire.
Oh yeah, that's part
Yeah,
of it.
you can
We'll
cut
get there.
Yeah. I do remember. See, look, I'll do it up here so you can see.
Yeah,
Cut right through.
it cuts.
That's crazy.
It is. Okay, the next part is a mini flathead screwdriver.
Oh yeah.
So I couldn't figure out where that was, but then I did figure it out, and it's in the little this part.
When you open it up.
Yeah.
It's the part that goes up against your head.
They're not joking when they say mini.
Yeah,
And I
it
have to
is
say, I
tiny.
did try to unscrew the plate on my outlet here with it because it's the only like flat screw that I could find in the salon.
Yeah.
And it didn't unscrew it. It's on there pretty tight.
Yeah.
However, Monina and I have been known to assemble furniture using bobby pins when needed. Remember?
Yes.
So
This would be so much better.
yeah, except I probably wouldn't use this part, the part that it's supposed to be like flat.
Yeah, you could
flat
probably use the other end.
or even like this end because it's just a little more sturdy.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
one's a little sturdy. Yeah, you could definitely go in there and
Okay,
move it
so
around.
it could work as a screwdriver, but I wouldn't necessarily depend on this to like
Right.
have a real tight fit. Okay, keychain hole.
Keychain?
Oh, maybe this is the keychain hole. So you can put it on a keychain. Maybe it's this. I don't know why else there would be a hole there if it wasn't
I
for a
don't know.
keychain.
I mean, you could.
So little
Yeah,
tiny,
the
teeny hole at the
little
very
hole.
top. Never seen a keychain that small, but that's fine. Next is mini wire stripper. So
Oh,
this
yeah.
little part,
Oh.
the little triangle on the top is a wire stripper. And,
This part. Do we have a wire?
we don't have a wire.
But you can use that.
But let's just destroy this Sephora bag and see
Okay,
how.
So go up so they
Yeah.
can see. So she's threading it through. You thread it through.
Yeah, you thread it through this little hole.
Here, I'll hold that part.
And then you use it to.
Yeah, you would
It
drag
would,
it. You
yeah.
would drag it across. Because you know how wires have like some kind of a protective coating? And that's the part that's hard to cut through. So if you drag it and rip that coating off,
Yeah, it'll work.
then,
It'll work.
Yeah, then you can go straight into the.
Yeah, this is already demolished and it's getting to be too big.
No, that was good,
Yeah,
actually.
but it does. It works as a wire cutter, wire stripper.
Yeah.
Not cutter, stripper.
And you get how many in here? 4? Or 3?
You get 4.
You get 4. So if one gets ruined,
Yeah.
you got 3 more.
Wick holder.
Wick holder? Like a candle?
I guess so.
Okay.
A wick holder. I don't know what part would be a wick holder. I guess you can try all the parts
Try it.
as
Let
the
us
wick holder.
know, I guess.
Okay, and then a ruler.
There's actually.
There is a ruler, and it is in centimeters,
Yeah.
and it is 3 centimeters. And there are little lines that you can see.
You definitely see.
So if you needed to measure something up to 3 centimeters, you're
could.
good. Or you can measure something much longer, but you kind of, that's like the girl way of measuring. It's 10 hair clips.
Yeah.
So
Or 3.
perfect.
Or 2.
Yeah, 10 tactical hair clips long. That's how we say things.
How we measure.
So love this. Think it's great. It's perfect for travelers, it says, campers, survivalists. And then it's also perfect for, it says EDC, but it means everyday carry. It doesn't mean electric daisy carnival. So don't bring this to your next rave. And creatives. It's perfect for creatives.
All right.
In case you need your tools to cut and measure. So
All in your hair.
yeah, you just wear these clips all over your hair. And I mean, I imagine though,
You're good.
taking this thing out, I don't know if like he tried to like go through like the airport security or something.
Yeah, I
If-
wonder if it'd go off.
I bet it would.
I wonder.
I hope it would, to be honest.
Yeah.
Now you're all going to be looking at each other's hair when you're standing in line. When you're B52 in your Southwest line, you're going to be staring at everyone, making sure they aren't wearing Raptor-Claw hair clips. It's so fun.
It is fun. I like it.
Yeah,
and
there's-
it only comes in black, so.
It only comes
Sorry.
in espionage black. Yeah,
Espionage.
yeah, I think so. I didn't see any other
I've
colors.
never seen
Oh,
007 with something like
it's gluten-free as well. Says it right here. So
Would you be eating it?
I guess if you have a gluten allergy,
Oh, yeah, touching the skin.
things-
You're right. I apologize. That's
no,
true.
and my hair products are gluten-free too, and everyone's always like,
Yes,
why
you don't
would
have to ingest gluten. If it touches your skin and you're truly allergic,
Yeah.
you will react. I do. Yes. Sorry. My apologies, but that
so
is
offensive.
that is a thing.
Okay, well,
right.
that is all we have for you today. And thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you have any fun things like tactical hair clips that you want us to review, please let us know.
Yeah.
My name is Velia.
I'm Monina.
And until next time, keep experimenting with your beauty routine.
Where does it?
The magic trick. It's full of tricks over here. Like an invisible desk. It's also like an invisible, security blanket. I don't understand it because, anyways. All right, here we go. Ready? Our hair. That was probably better before we messed it up. I told Jen that we should put a sticker or a picture of her on the phone. So because we're always talking to her.
Hi, Jen. More bloopers.
All right, you ready?
Ready.
And if you are watching, please pause and give us a rating. And if you are listening, no, sorry, that was opposite.
Farmhouse, what is it? Farmhouse Fresh?
Yep.
Yep. Reading, yeah. Farmhouse Fresh.
I don't know what that means. Keychain hold, this little thing?
Okay, but what does it do?
I don't know. It just says keychain hold.
Okay, so we'll have to pass on that one.